Before we start, tutorial turned out to be quite long, 42 minutes. It is due to the fact that this is in-depth tutorial, alright? I covered everything from creating, preparing, rigging to importing to Unreal Engine. Even though instruction seems to be smaller, it is kind of smaller because it covers it basically but understandable. If you don't want to watch 42 minutes tutorial, head over to the GitHub, read instruction and do it. If you have some troubles, get back to the video and watch it. You will be able to scroll through and find the exact moment you need. I've covered whole process from installing the GitHub stuff to importing it to the Unreal Engine 4 and animating in Maya. I hope you have fun and make it to the end. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello and welcome to the Maya CSGO Rig tutorial. This tutorial is for, well, tool that is dedicated to creating and implementing custom rigs for all the CSGO models that exist currently in the game. The rig tool was created by MP, not me. I am just showcasing it and making a voice tutorial and supporting it somewhat as much as I can. So yeah, I'm a community guy, the developer is MP. You can actually maybe know him as MP. Well, you know it. So, tutorial will consist of basically 3 parts. First, everything we need to have in order to use the rig, so preparation. Second part will be actually creating and applying rigs and animating. Third part will be converting the animations and exporting and importing them to Unreal Engine. They are not only eligible for Unreal Engine, you will be able to export and import them for any other engine, but if you aim to export from Maya, there is a way which is quite more complicated than usual export selection. Without further ado, let's get going. First of all, what you will need obviously is Maya CSGO Rig tool, so go ahead and download it. Next, another download, you will have a source blend exporter down the line, which will be here, download. Mind noting that this tutorial is basically a voice version of this readme here. So if you will follow the readme, you get everything just the same as you will do watching this tutorial. Also, the readme is available in English and Russian, so if you feel like more about text and rather my voice, feel free to read it. So we downloaded 2 branches from here, and also we will need hold on. Also we will need downloads from AJR Tech Support. Here we will need the CSGO decompiled models with animations by Devil. Also, the support will be provided on the AJR Tech Support Discord. We will create a dedicated channel here where you will be able to ask all your questions, and we will be there trying to help you if you run into some issues. So let's get going. Now you've downloaded 3 zips, and your folder, these downloads, should look like this. Now go ahead and create basically 5 folders. Well, not really, but you will need first of all to convert files of CSGO models to get them ready for applying rigs. How do you do that? Well, first of all, you go down there and pull out player folder. We need exactly player folder, nothing else. We can actually go ahead and export only the legacy folder. I will go ahead and delete my Gonna take some time. Meanwhile, I will just take the custom player folder. Where it is? Shit. Just wait, I'm already in it. Take the legacy folder and put here. Now, while we wait for the transfer to be complete, you can launch Blender. Come on. Jesus. What's wrong with you, Windows? Thanks. So go ahead, open Blender, delete this and delete this. Then go to the Edit, Preferences, Install, and navigate to where your source Blender exporter master zip is. But don't click yet, it's not the thing that you need. The thing you need is actually inside. Go inside and you need MP source exporter. Drag it out. Refresh. And MP source exporter. Install it done. You can type in here MP. Oh, let's actually go source. This one is the one you need. Author MP Amster-Prod, and that's exactly the guy that made it. So close down, select cube, go to the object and export QCSMG to FBX. Click it. You're greeted with that message. Now, tutorial for that is obviously on this page. Everything you need as well is here. I'll just go over it with my voice. Head back to the tutorial. Now we have a legacy folder with all the models in here. Take the path, link it here. Now let's guess where we want our converted FBXs later. Like, we will need them when we will get to Maya. So I have a model here, model folder here. I will take it and go ahead. Then we will need to rotate it 90 degrees by the X and scale it down because Blender is a mess. We will not need any prefix files and we will not need physics collisions. However, there are plenty of files in here, so I will just drag it down to the right. It's over 100, but it doesn't matter, it will just stop when it will be at the end of the list. So once again, QCSMD for the expert, 90 degrees by the X. Global scale to the 0.01, it's a lowest value. No prefix files, but maybe you will need it, just in your own opinion. Don't import QC, but use suffix, and don't import physics collision. Okay? Now Blender will be thinking for quite some time now. Leave him be. In the meanwhile, I'll be doing nothing here, just waiting for the Blender to convert the models. In the meanwhile, you can go to the folder and see for yourself. It's only 8 items and in total it's 99 items. I think I'll skip ahead here and we'll greet you back when it's done converted. Okay, now I've done converting the folders, the files from the Blender, and now I'm ready to install the tool. We will need to head over to the plugins of the Maya. It belongs to the C program files, Autodesk Maya 2018 bin plugins. I already have it pasted, but it doesn't matter much. Just go to the CSGO Maya plugin, select those two and drag and drop them here. I will replace since I already have them. There we go. Now, before that, let's actually pull out Weapons FBX. You will have them in same folder, I mean same zip, my CSGO rigger. You will need exactly those files in order to have weapon rigs as well. I already have them here, so I will not do that, but well, just so that you know. Now we should have two FBX folders: weapons FBX with weapons and characters FBX. When we done that, we are free to go to the Maya. Done with Blender, done with that, actually done with everything. Let's head over to the Maya. It will take some time to load, well, just any time using Maya, you know, never really fast. Unfortunately, could have been faster, be like Blender. Come on, Autodesk, step it up. Alright. So here we go. Almost there. Come on. Are we there yet? Right, we're there yet. Now head over to the Windows, Settings, Preferences, Plugin Manager. Here type MP. You will see MP Tools plugins. I already have them loaded, but I'll just unload for the sake of it. Click. Click. I mean, you don't really have to go after load, but I will do. Refresh, close. Now you should have this menu up here. Click it. And there you will have tools. Some of them are unreleased at the moment. And also an ability to create the shelf, so that the CSGO rigging tool will be like that. I don't want shelf, I already have it accidentally installed, but let's go ahead and click CSGO rig tool, and finally here we are. So at the moment you can create rigging for character and weapons. Both doesn't work at the moment, so yeah, we will stick to the character and weapons. So first of all, folder with FBXs we've converted before. Let's head over to the tutorial. Models converted. Don't select anything here, but just click FBX folder. So select the folder and that's it. Now, where do we want our rigs to be after we've created them? Well, nearest folder to me, and save it. Now you have an ability to convert only selected part of the models. Let's say you don't want to convert all 99, it will take some time and maybe you will not use some of them at all. So you just go ahead and add certain model, let's say maybe all of the FBI models, add FBX. But as well, you can convert all of them just by clicking for all FBXs in the folder. I will go with the list because it will take plenty of time. Of course there is edit, remove, clear and shit like this. Now, for the advanced users, you can choose which rig to apply to the models. Rig can be found in the plugins folder, MP Tools, CSGO tool, your rigs, and here is the original rig that is applied to the characters. You can open it, edit it, or well, better be copy it, then open it, then edit it to maybe have some adjustments that better fit your own animation style. I will stick with the one that MP created for now. Now, alright, we've selected models. I don't want all of them. We have good FBX path, we have good safe path, and we are good for generate. Let's go. Another window, quite straightforward, but there is one important tick here. Now, if you plan to export animations somewhere, you have to tick create skeletal mesh, because exporting from the Maya after animation is not possible. You will not be able to export mesh, you will be only able to export animation. It may sound complex, but it's very easy. You will understand it and you will get it really flat out, don't worry. So tick the create skeletal mesh and go. You will be asked to save the current scene. I don't have anything in it, so fuck it. And here we go. Now it will think, and it will think a lot. And if you select 99 models, it will think quite fucking much. So yeah, if you don't plan on going AFK for half an hour, don't click all the models. If it's fine for you to convert them once and for all, go ahead. For future, when MP will be releasing some fixes for the tool and for rig and stuff like this, you will obviously have to convert again. So make up your mind. It's just your personal decision. I personally don't use all 99 models, but I do vary models I use sometimes, so be on the lookout. So now we've converted all the models we've selected in the list, and now we need to quit Maya because some memory might be leaked, some functions don't get closed properly, so let's get quitted and start it back again. Now I hope it will be faster this time. I mean, it should. That's the wrong file. Oh, yeah. Now you can obviously click this one, but I will just stick to my usual setting way. Go to the MP tools, CSGO Rig 2, and now we will convert weapons. Now all the same, we will go to the tutorial folder. We will go to the weapons FBX twice, select folder, go to the CSGO character rigs, well, CSGO weapon rigs now, and let's actually not convert everything. I will just convert, let's say, all of the M4A. Well man, that's quite much M4As. Oh wait, there are reference folders, 5 files. Well, I'll just go with M4A1. That's it. I will have just one model to show you how it works, because it takes time, as you can see. So generate, and once again create skeletal mesh. It's very important. Go, save the current scene, no. And we are done again. So that's it. Now we are free to go to the Maya to actually start animating. While we are animating, I will be starting Unreal Engine so that I can show export. Now meanwhile it all starts. Take a look at your rigs folder. CSGO weapon rigs here and character rigs here. When you open the folder, you will find the CSGO skeletal mesh here. It is the FBXs of the models that are used in those rigs, and same for the weapons. You will need to import them into the Unreal Engine. So, I have Maya ready. I want to animate Bara. For fuck's sake, can we start already? Well, yes, that is exactly the time. CSGO character rigs, FBI model, import. And there is our boy. He looks quite, untextured, but that's not our concern at the moment. And, well, here is the model. You can start animating. The basic tricks are like this. You have to animate these controls. Those are like back, spine 1, spine 2, spine 3 and shit like this. This one is for hips, so that you don't move the pelvis, but move it through the rotation here. Important part of the rig is the hands. Now, be very careful. This thing in here inside, it's part of the functioning of the rig. You don't animate using it. You don't animate it. You don't put keys on it at all, right? You can, but you don't move it or you don't rotate it, alright? You select the outer circle, the bigger circle, and you animate it. You move it back and forth, set keys and stuff like this. But not with the bottom one. Bottom one is responsible for additional functions like finger controls and twist visibility. Twist works perfectly. There is no like weirds with it. It works for both parts of the hand, so you can just disable those when you don't need them. And same for the legs. You have twist visibility and ball visibility. Now, you might be wondering, what does this ball lift from toe to toe sweep? That's all to make it easier for you to make a foot job here. Not the foot job you think about, but the foot job we talk about in the animation. So, you probably know about animating somewhat if you are watching this video. So, let's suggest you want to make a step, right? You have to put your leg up, then move it down, then move a ball up. That's quite tedious, and you now have a wrong axis on your leg. So, how would you actually go about doing that? Is take the ball lift slider and slide it to the right. And here you go, that's it. That's all you need to do. And the axes are still intact. Just pull this one and you're good to go. And the same goes for all the other. You can lift from toe, you can do a toe sweep, heel sweep, well, you name it, it can do it. It can even do that. You know, it says, don't ask me why it does it, but it does it. So, yeah. Clavicle. And another quite not finished so far feature, but finished, but not finished, is IK-FK switch. So right now hands are in IK. You can go ahead and slide it and boom, FK. Which means that now you cannot translate the hand, but you can rotate the hand. 1, 2, 3, and clavicle remains. It's rather questionable at the moment, in my opinion. Well, it works fine, but you will need to match the IK and FK state by your own hands, I mean animations. So be careful about that. Now, let's quickly do some simple animation, which I will be able to transfer to Unreal Engine. Just hit keys. Let's squat like a real boss. Once again, you don't use the pelvis bone to rotate, you use it to transform. Now let's select the legs. Ball lift. Oh wait, we actually squat on the heels, sorry, I'm Russian. Yeah, I forgot. Totally forgot. I'm Russian. I do not squat on like this, and hands like this. No. Yeah, place hands like that. Put up his set chin. Let's spread the knees a little. And move hands accordingly. Make sure we select the proper control. That seems about right. Let's bring down the elbows a little. Maybe too much. Alright, now let's imagine he's squatting like that. Let's select all the controls once again. Make sure that you don't select any joints, bones. They're hidden, but just for the sake of it. Select here that you are not able to select any joints or meshes. And hit S. Oh, actually don't. Select it back and let's deselect IK switches and root. Press S, create key. So now he's squatting, and now let's just repeat the case a few times. So he's a squat master now. Alright, seems fair enough. Let's make a final key here. our animation is done. What we need now is to export it. How we go about that? Don't need to select anything here. Go to the outliner. Go to this hidden group called your skeleton. Select the CSGO root. Now, you will need to bake keys. Now, in order... No, wait, I'll put it the other way. Baking keys is quite a destructive way of interacting with keys, right? You cannot unbake them, alright? So, before baking animation, make sure that you do increment and save, or just save scene as and make a duplicate of it, so that you will be able to proceed later than on. Alright? So, select your CSGO root, go to the select, and select hierarchy, so that every bone in here is selected. Then go ahead to the K and bake animation. Now, you can just reset settings. Make sure that your time slider is adjusted to the amount of keys you want to bake. It will bake like from 0 to 70. We have animation from 10 to 60, but that will do. And bake. Now we are baking his standing up animation, and you can see keys are here, and he is, well, squatting pretty fine. Now, while not deselecting everything, click File, Export Selection, and head over to the folder, doesn't matter which one, and let's name it Tutorial Squatting Like a Slav or Scarf or whatever, and keep bake animation ticked. It is for the constraints connections. That's it. Export selection. We're done. No mistakes. Now we will need to head over to the Unreal Engine. Meanwhile, in here you should have a file like this. Now let's wait a little before animation starts. Unreal Engine starts. And in the meanwhile, no meanwhile, let's wait. Just a little though, but wait. Because, well, you know, Unreal Engine, quite, never mind, loads quite fast today. Oopsie. Wait, well, let me delete it. Don't know where it came from. First, you don't import your animation. First, you import the skeletal mesh that you will be applying animation to. So head over to the character rig. We used this CTM FBI model. You can check the name in this prefix before the double dot to match with the name in here. So yeah, CTM FBI model from blender.fbx. Well, yeah, pretty much is. No additional variants. Open. Input. Magic happen now. About now. Yep, that's it. Wait, it imported some kind of animation. I don't need it. Let's delete it. So now you have a model. Now looks pretty standard. No outstanding features. Now you should import your animation. Tutorial Squatting Like a Slav. Open, and you should select the skeleton that matches our FBI model skeleton, which is, well, this one. Tick the animation input, and you should import with rotation by the 90 degrees on X. I will go with the 0 now to show you how to change the rotation later. Click import. Now let's quickly create a sequence. Drop here our FBI guy, pull it back, and apply our, well, here is the boy. Here is the animation for the boy. Unfortunately, he is quite blanked. So how do you fix that if you forgot to fix it in the import? It's quite simple. Go to the animation, go to the asset details. You will be greeted with skeleton tree. Go to the asset details And here on the import rotation in the left menu, go for the 90 and re-input animation. So you just reread file and everything will be good. Disregard the mistakes. And here you go. He's squatting like a boss. Now, you might be thinking, well, Bara, that's good, but is there anything better? And well, sure thing there is. You can now import any other model and it will be able to do that animation too. Now let's, I don't know, import this one. Once again, we want to match with the skeleton we already have and we don't want to import animation. We don't need anything else, so click import. Let's take a look at the model. Oh, it's another guy. No cap here. Let's pull him out. Well, you know, he should be squatting in the synchronous way. So, drag and drop him here and the animation is available. And here you go. That's about it. That's how we do it. So now, obviously, we don't only have people in here, the characters, but we also have weapons. How do we go about that? New scene, and let's import a guy in here and a weapon in here, M4. Let's zoom in. And well, you already know the controls of the guy, so I'll just hide something we don't need quickly. May take some time, but it's a routine job, you know. Now about weapon. Each weapon has its own unique rig, and MPEG created them by his own hands. Usually the default one is W, weapon, or world, or whatever you want to call it. You drag your weapon around by it. Well, there is always, obviously a magazine, trigger, slider, and two for the hands, and I will explain how they work right now. So let's quickly create a pose that will be, you know, viable for our weapon. I will go with the left hand, I will go with the right hand on the right, unfortunately, but well, it will be quite easy. I actually, you know, do it like that. So let's put our a little bit to the bottom. Now I'm thinking I don't need another different animation video, to be honest. This one actually will answer all the questions. And well, this position, let's pretend it's a good position, right? It's position that we want. And now, well, yeah, I kinda have to. No, I don't. And put the left hand somewhere here. Now let's pull clavicle forward a little. And let's wrap it around here. There it is. Perfect, perfect animated position for a gun holding. You know, that's how they do it in SWAT. So, what we will do now is we will constrain the right and the left letters in here to the right and left hand, so that the weapon will control them. Now, it may sound quite, you know, but you will see it in a moment. Let's see, where do we want the right hand to be controlled from? How about that? Yeah, that. And the left hand is, how about that? Yeah, from that point should be good enough. Now, watch my hands. No tricks. Select the right control and select the inner control. Then go ahead to constraint, parent, maintain offset is ticked, and click apply. Alright, that's first. Then select the control, hover your mouse over to the outliner and click F to find the control in the menu. Now press plus and you will see the constraint we've just added. Alright, we will need it now. So first select the shape, the hand constraint. Go to the edit, connection editor, or you can find it in the Windows general editors, connection editor, and click reload left. It will add our shape to the left window of connection. Now select constraint and reload it to the right. And here you have all the available attributes of the shape and constraint. Now, what we're doing here is we enabling the controls of the inner circle to switch between the weapon and the world. So click weapon and constraint and click close. And you'll see right about now how it works. Now you can see hand controls itself and the right thing doesn't control nothing. Go into the little circle and here you see weapon and world. Let's go with the weapon for 1 and world for 0. And now the world controller doesn't control shit and the right controller controls the hand. You might be wondering, well, why we do that? Simple, because the weapon control controls the right hand. Which means that now we can animate weapons and the hands will stick to it. But we still remain the possibility to animate hands, because they can be keyed. Now let's go for the same with the left hand. Once again we select the left, which will control the inner circle, constraint, parent. You don't have to close the options. So constraint parent, constraint happened. Now we select the shape and find it here. Oh, here's our shape, here's our constraint. Go to the Windows, General Editors, Connection Editor. It's already reloaded since we opened Connection Editor with it, but to be sure, let's just click Reload left, select Constraint, Reload right, select Weapon. Well, the tilted one represents that it's already connected. Select Weapon and select left hand constraint. Oh. Close. The moment you clicked, it connects. Alright? And now same shit happened here. Hand free. L doesn't work. Now switch it. And L does work. And the world doesn't work. Now, you obviously can animate both of these things. Now let's say weapon here, 10 keys. What? And then like that. So our weapon goes like this, but let's move our hand here. Jesus Christ. Elbow, what's wrong with you, mate? We don't animate with this thing, we animate with this little L letter. Right? We go here and pull the trigger. Alright, go to the 30 and just go by the 0 positions. Oh no, not 0 positions, sorry. And place it back here. Wait, did I key it? Fuck. I forgot to key it. Yeah. Transform. Go back. Place it here. Oh, slider here, you know. This thing. Pull it back. Huh? Oh shit. It's not a hand. Pull it back. Key. Go to 30. Key paste. That's it. Now also animate the slider, because why not? And it goes back here. Well, you can see it already. And that's it. You're done animating it. Now what you do now is, well, quite the same as with your weapon, right? You go on to the skeleton, select CSGO weapon root, go to the select hierarchy, key, and bake animation. After that, go to the file and export selection, tutorial, and tutorial reload like a sloth. Export selection, back to the Unreal Engine, and now we got import our skeletal mesh. Now this one will have its own skeletal mesh, so we don't want to match with this one. And no animation. Yep, import. Now put it up here, sequencer, put it in here, and now import the animation. Make sure that you select the proper skeleton, which is V Rifle M4A1. Animation is ticked. Import. Now let's go here. Oops. Output log. Don't go to the output log, please. No. Unreal Engine. You wanna go to the sequencer, not to the output log. Please. No, thanks. And load animation. Once again, it's flipped 90, so let's get back. Tilted 90 by X on the rotation. Re-input animation. Close it. And Jesus, where it's, oh yeah. And here we go. It moved. And there you go. That's it. You're done. You can animate weapons, you can animate people, and you can go around and animate whatever you want. That's about it. So, we will open, once again, we will open the tech support channel on the AJR tech support. You will be able to find the invite in the description of this video. I will be streaming on Sunday 14th of the June, which is tomorrow at the evening, to you know, answer your questions, not ask your questions, and possibly maybe fix something if something comes up. And that's about it. I hope I didn't stutter a lot and you understood everything I've said. I hope to see you tomorrow on the stream, and have fun and good luck animating. Barabulka, signing out.